Manager Marc Clifford joins me after today's defeat here at Greenwich Avenue against Tamworth. Cliff, just your initial assessment, please.
Yeah, I've just said to the lads in there, as much as I'm really disappointed, there's parts of me that, you know, when you get an opportunity to analyse a game very quickly after a game, you look at it and go, there weren't a lot in that. I don't think KP's had many saves to make, and the goals they've scored have come from our lapses in concentration. So disappointed. I keep saying week in, week out, but at the same time, there's positives to work on.
I was going to say, on a different day, you could argue that you've played worse than that and come away with a win. I guess that'd be a positive in your mind, I think.
I think so. I think if Nilo's had a great chance, he could have potentially had two today. Cam's hit the crossbar. I don't know what other chances were. I'm sure the highlighters will pick it up. But if you look at it and you think to yourself, if them goals change games, as we say. If they go in, there's an opportunity for us to kind of cement ourselves. And coming out after the second half and conceding such a sloppy goal was really the icing on the cake for us, and it kind of summed up a really sloppy afternoon defensively.
Watching from afar, it just seemed like a game of nearly. Is that nearly final pass, like you said, in front of goal with a kind of final third? Is that how you saw it, do you think? Yeah,
I challenged them at half time. I said that these little 10-yard passes we're not completing, guys, and these are the things we've got to do if we want to build. And I think they were slightly better second half. Although you go 3-1 down, you have to slightly change the way you play because you need a goal back quickly. That goal didn't come. Although I felt we often puffed, and I think on another day you might end up getting one and make the last 10 minutes really entertaining for everyone. But I say again, I don't think there's a lot in the game other than they're top of the league. They got the rub of the green, and they did what top of the league teams do, and they convert their opportunities.
I think you've surmised it all in one there, Cliff. I think the difference is goals and centre forwards. Obviously, Dan Creaney at one end scores two. Nilo had a couple of chances. Cam smashes the crossbar in the final 5 minutes. Just the difference at both ends of the pitch.
It is, and like I say, if you can, and Frex has said today, before we there was a few things we said pre-game. One was about mentality. One was about accountability. And Frex said we have to be better in both boxes today, and if we are, we'll win the game. And we weren't, and that's why we haven't won the game today.
Positive being, I guess, moving forward, that if you play like that, you will soon start to see the points tallying up.
Absolutely, and look, I think this league is a tough league, and we've got to now pick ourselves up again and go and try and start picking up some points. It's always nice to get on a run and you get a win and a draw at Barwell, and you think you can go on. This is where it's important that you don't concede late on at Barwell and you get the 3 points, because ultimately we want to be at the top end of the division, and our mentality at the minute isn't allowing that, and that's something we're going to have to work really hard on with the group, who are a really honest group, but I think they've just got to work a little bit more on their mentality, and then when that improves, their accountability will come in because they'll have a little bit more desire.
I'm going to ask you to throw your neutral hat on for a second. Do you think we've lost to the title winners or promotion favourites this afternoon?
I'm not sure, probably. I just think they will have too much in terms of their set plays. They're very good at what they do. It's no surprise to any team that they'll face, but it's so hard to mark. And as much as I've said we've made 3 mistakes and we know what they're going to do, it's so difficult to stop what they do because of the deliveries are fantastic. The first contact and second contact is fantastic. So maybe we've just seen the league champions, but you know what, I'm sure Nuneaton will have a lot to say about that.